The year is 1970. W.G. Woodard, president of Omni Aviation Managers Incorporated, puts on the greatest spectacle air racing has ever known, racing Clay Lacy's Mustang to a win in the Reno National Championship Air Races, and racing a Douglas DC-7 airliner, his flying billboard, with Clay at the controls, to a 6th place finish in the California 1000 Air Races. Little or no credit is given to W.G. for his unique place in air racing history, and here's a little peek at the spectacle.
There they are, sweeping by on the start of the first lap. Bob Hoover pulling up and out of the way. It's Howard Keith, Mike Loning, and Lacy battling for first place, with Keith taking an early lead. Here comes Keith in the lead. There's Shelton in trouble. He's apparently blown his engine, and he's trailing smoke. It looks like he's lost his oil pressure. He's declared a mayday, and he's attempting to slow her down and get in for a landing. He's going to have a tricky time getting that plane down in one piece. There he's turning now for a short, circling approach. 7 contestants in the race to start with. We're now down to 6. Lyle Shelton out of the race, attempting to make a safe emergency landing. And Clay Lacy has just taken the lead. It's touchdown, using up runway fast. It was a hot landing. There's Howard Keith sweeping by in 2nd place. Clay Lacy up high has grabbed the lead. There he is, number 64. Keith running a close 2nd with Mike Loning in 3rd. Leroy Penhall in 4th place, attempting to move up. Lacy up high there in the purple People Eater. Clay Lacy, plane number 64, clearly in the lead up high. The rest of the pack attempting to gnaw away at Lacy's lead, but not getting very far. Down the straightaway now, they're all flying down low, incidentally, except for Lacy, attempting to pick up a few knots more speed, using ground effect off the desert floor. Lacy prefers to play it safe up high. That way, on the steep turns around the pylons, he's clear of any danger of mid-air collision. But he runs the risk of cutting the pylons too closely. Recapping where we stand now, Clay Lacy, flying the purple People Eater, as we call it, plane number 64, is in the lead, followed by Howard Keith and another P-51. In 2nd place, Leroy Penhall, as we're seeing here, has just taken 3rd place for Mike Loning, who now trails in 4th place. It looks like Keith's got a control problem. We don't see any smoke. But the plane seems to be getting some kind of yawing motion, and Keith has slowed down. Now Clay Lacy appears to have a problem, a different kind of problem. We've gotten word from the judges that Lacy apparently cut a pylon too close. If that's true and the decision holds up, Mike Loning, who's holding on to 2nd place, will be the winner. Clay Lacy way ahead, a 1/3 of a lap ahead of all the other planes, but he may have been disqualified. And here's the finish. Clay Lacy flashing by the stop-start pylon, but not getting the checkered flag, even though he's more than a 1/3 of a lap ahead of anybody else. Too bad for Lacy. It's his 8th try. But it looks like Mike Loning will turn out to be the winner if the judge's initial ruling holds up. Here's Loning zooming by, getting the checkered flag. And how's this one for a twist? Clay Lacy has been declared the winner. The judges ruled that the pylon judge who called the cut was out of position. And here's Clay Lacy, the man who lost while thinking he'd won and then came back to be judged the winner by the judges here at the 1970 races. Clay, what happened around those pylons? Some of the judges apparently thought you cut 2 pylons too close.
In the number 2 lap, when Lyle Shelton had his emergency and called a mayday, I pulled up high to give him a chance to get on the ground, and it made it appear that I was inside the pylon from where they were standing. But to judge a pylon properly, a person has to lay down on the ground and sight straight up the pylon. Turned out that the pylon judges on number 3 were actually standing about 10 feet inside of the pylon.
So you did turn out to be the winner.
Finally, after 8 times, my position is number 1 for a change.
Clay, congratulations.
Clay Lacy has thought about all this and comes up with an original solution. A DC-7 airliner, which can go the whole race without a pit stop. Everyone's laughing, but it's not meant to be a joke. Planes are soon coming in to change pilots, slowing down. Clay Lacy moves majestically through the field.
Maybe I should take that G-meter over here. The big airplane, it's hard to tell how many G's you're pulling without really looking at it. You always get that feeling you're pulling more than you really are. How about handing me the G-meter and I'll put it over here on my glare shield. Here comes the shadow up by us. It's Bob Love. He passes on the left there. He goes under it. Yeah, look at that guy go. Boy, he must be about 3 feet going around that pylon, right on the deck.
Super Snoopy is 6th out of 16 finishers. During the race, it has consumed 4,000 gallons of gas and 80 gallons of oil.
These DC-7s, you know, go pretty fast. The wind's kind of bad